Hey there, it's Patmos and nice of you to join me for the continuing adventures with our Ostriv town. We have nearly cut all the trees in this area. We're going to leave this one for a bit, but we're getting close to having to remove that one. But that's fine. Here we have a new family settling in, so that's why we have that food icon. We still have carts to repair, 23 more orders in queue, but look at that. They are awaiting 39 metal parts. These have 46 and are awaiting a few more. These have 12. So yes, we can repair quite a few carts. So I think we just need to leave the game running for a bit and get those carts repaired. And then maybe halfway into the episode, we can decide if we actually still do need another carpenter or that this is already good. For now, it's getting into another sowing season, which is always great. I love the sowing season. And all the farms will get to life. See, there they go with the plows. This one will now really start to kick in. Oh, this one was already in gear. I guess this one will now really start to kick in gear with our buckwheat. So by the end of this year, I think our buckwheat problems will be over. We only have 5,000 left in store now. And if we check the graph here, this is what we produced and this is what we sold last year. So we actually overproduced a bit last year. So that's the good news. First and finally, we overproduced a bit. And hopefully we can keep that up and get all the 3 main food sources done and ready. But we'll check. And of course, we're also going to get some of the hemp. I like that, so that'll be nice. And in the meantime, they're building houses here, which is also very nice and helpful. I don't think we have any wells planned for this area, which might be a problem. So we might just go with a well here. But the thing is, I kind of want to go with these old-fashioned wells because they look pretty cool. Maybe we should do a little park area somewhere here then, where we can incorporate that, but I'm not sure. Like, this is an area where we could actually plant a few trees and make this look like a wide street or something. I have to decide how to do it. Alright, these have some food requests. So let's check the market here. There's food available. The main issue right now probably is distribution, because they're all really busy working the farms. They don't have all the time to do all the transporting of goods, so we'll see. I think we should be fine. This is all running nicely. Ooh, there's a lot of firewood in here. They're sowing in now as they are doing the extra plowing. Great. Yep, they plow all the fields, so they'll be busy with that for a bit. That's the downside of this little piece, that it takes a long time to plow all the fields. I mean, we're almost halfway into the first month and only the first 3 fields are plowed. Now getting on with the rest, but that's good. That's okay. Let's check our leather. So if we go to cow hides, we can see there is no spoilage this year. Raw cow hides. There hasn't been any spoilage last year. You can see that in here we spend a lot. There was a little bit of perishment. But look at that. That's 3 times less than the year before. So that is working out. If we then take a look at the leather, we can see that that's pretty stable. We have stored a lot. We've also produced a lot of leather last year. We've also spent a bit, but not too much. So I think there's still more room for shoes to be produced. So yeah, we stored a lot, but we're not producing that many shoes each year actually. Only 3,000, around 3,000. So yeah, we need to sell more shoes. Deal. Charcoal. Deal. Clothes. Yeah, not so much. We'll keep those for now. And otherwise we might just have to sell some leather as well. Do we have leather in our trader? I don't think so. Already passed it. No, but I think there are towns where we can actually trade some leather at some point. I have to keep my eye on that, because that could save us with the leather. Because we have so much leather in store. 8,000. But yeah, it's all a matter of balancing it out. As we can see right now, all the food stuff is balanced except for this new family that got married. But these now have the stuff that they need. There are no other issues. And they were down to 22. Yeah, that's not really going that fast. I was kind of hoping it would go a bit faster, but that's not the case. But then again, we could probably just fix it at some point. Alright, these are ready. Allow the chopping of trees. No, not yet. Same here. These are 2 very big fields. I want another field, though. So that we have 3 fields ready for later use. That we can then use in rotation. That's kind of how I want it to be. So we need 3 of these fields. 50, 50, 50. There we go. It's gonna take them some time and some trees to chop down. But... oh. Let's tell they used to get a lot of logs. So we can probably get some wood in here as well. And do we need firewood? So... no, we have plenty of firewood. Could get some bark though, because I don't see any bark. So let's put these on. These will get extra people as soon as the sowing is over. But I like it when these are all ready and then we just keep those. We're just going to chop these trees away first. But we have these to battle any moments where we have issues with the amount of wood. Now, as we can see right here, there is so many oxen in here that are of age. So let's get rid of those. That'll increase the amount of cow hides and stuff that we get. And we still have a good bunch of cow hides. Although, the number is not as high as it used to be. So they do manage to get quicker out with these, which is helpful. Slaughter some bulls in here. Oh, wow. A ton of bulls in again. Before all of these are slaughtered, that's going to take quite some time too. I mean, yeah, the 10-month-old, that's fine. Although, there's 2, of course, here doing that, so that's going relatively quickly. The 1-year-old, 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 1-year-old. Wow. 10-month-old, yeah, we can get them all. We also have one with a manager. I think this one is managed well. This one is managed, so... yes, we slaughter a 1 every now and then. But we need to keep a few as well for the manager to hand out if they need them somewhere. Wow, there's... okay, well, that's gonna make a lot of this stuff, so that's good. Guess we should do the same with the sheep now. Check out the ram. Although I think these are a little bit better managed. Well, yeah, a little bit. And... well, of course, for these, we can't get any managers to do this for us. In the cow sheds, we could. So that could be a moment at some point if we're done doing this manually. Just get a few managers that do this for us. Right now, I'm not too bothered by this. If you are in the cow sheds especially, just get a manager. Tell them to keep 1 good bull and that's it. And you can just have it all done. These are now, yeah, turning it into mutton and tallow and sheep hides and stuff. These will be transported into sheep or sheepskin, and they will make it sheep hides. Then we get this, and they can make warm clothing. Okay. So we have everything for the warm clothing as well. These are good. See, all those carts are repaired. You can now see there's only 2 exclamation mark. 1 cart is repaired out of all of these, so they are making a little bit of progress. We are now down to 16 orders in the queue. As I was saying already, there were just a few carts that were also going to break down quickly, why the orders didn't really go down. And I think they've managed to do quite a good job of now mostly repairing everything. And I think now they can keep up. And while we were checking town and doing stuff, look at this. We already got 3 new houses. All married families though, so no extra families coming in. But that's okay, we don't mind. That's not a problem. Now building this house, they just need to get 20 thatch and they can finish it. Not sure if that will arrive in time, but we'll figure it out. There's thatch coming, but that's going to this house. So apparently they managed to grab thatch for that house, but there's nails, I think, for this house, judging by the little box in there. I mean, there's a box there, so yeah, that's nails. But this still needs some more clay and other stuff. This still needs a little bit of thatch. And that can sometimes take a bit of time, so it's fine though. I mean, we don't mind. Sunflower oil in export stock 1,000, and let's sell 1,000. We have lime. Yes, deal. Can't sell any leather here. How much beer do we have? None. So somehow our beer use either skyrocketed or we're not making enough beer anymore. It's now growing season. They are growing a ton of hops now. This is probably the first year that this will actually really get to work. So hopefully after this they will really start to pump out some good beer. Let me check the export stock here though. Yeah, there's no more beer in there. That's good. I also want to make sure that there's no beer in here. Okay, that's all. That's all settled then. We're not selling off any more beer. Look at this, all carts repaired. 2 carts in that one already repaired. So yes, they are getting there. 14 more orders. So there's also still stuff breaking down. But they are managing now. And that's all that we wanted. We don't have to get too much overproduction on it. We just want it to be manageable. Now the question's going to be what to do with this. Do we continue this way? Should we continue it this way? Should we maybe do both? Kind of feels like we have to get rid of this house to make it look nice, but I don't know. Let me think. Oh, I have an idea. Can probably go like this. Let's just do it halfway here. So this will be quite a small garden house, and then we can make the gardens bigger as we go. So probably have to make this to that it's halfway in, like this. And then at least we get through around the corner here, and we can make this go further out. And then bear with me, I'll show you what my plan is. So yeah, let's hit F1. Let's get this all the way back. And then we can go this way as well. So we can turn this into something of a street. But it is already quite wide here. Now that's okay. I mean, we can go with some wider streets. And then we need to remove this one at some point, I think. Is it worth moving it? No, because there's not many trees left. What we can probably do best is get rid of the logs so that they really have an incentive to get all the logs. And then soon enough we can get that one out of the way. We can turn these into real streets. I think that'll be nice. That will be nice. Then, you know what? Let's just go here already. Press F1. Make this go around the corner a bit. Places occupied. With what? Oh, there's probably a tree laying then. See, there's one tree laying. That's why we can't do this. Now we can, and they'll have to remove 14 trees. But now these will be marked to do quite quickly. And we can continue this area. Oh no, we were thinking about doing an industry area here, didn't we? So this is not a good one. We should not do that. This is where it should end, and then here should be industry. Okay. Is there still industry that we don't have? Well, we don't have the glassworks yet, so that could be one to get. And we don't have pottery yet. Clay, glaze, and fuel. Produces glassware and window glass from sand, potash, and fuel. Ash, we produce ash, potash, and lye. So I guess we need to get the glassworks up and running at some point. We build a village house. There's a little food issue here with food variety, but that will be fixed. This cart now needs repairs. And these, look at these are all repaired now. Okay. There's just 12 more orders to be done. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that anymore. This is now getting built, but we have not decorated it yet. Let's go with some apple tree. Probably should go with some benches first, so that we give them some areas to sit around here. I mean, who wouldn't want to sit here overlooking the river and stuff? I mean, how nice is this? And then we can plant some trees here to keep them a bit in the shade, I guess. Well, that's a start. And then some bushes, I guess. Elder rose, yeah. I think we have to shield these people away a bit from... to give them like some privacy. I think that should be the goal here, so that they have some privacy sitting there watching the outdoors. Alright, there we go. Nice. I like it. Ooh, look at this. Growing. That should give me a lot of yield. How's this one doing now? Well, it's going relatively fast, I think. Soon enough we'll have all those trees removed. Right, let's start working on the glass industry. Now, I think for the glass industry... I haven't built the glass industry in a while, so I don't know if it's tweaked or anything, but we need it... sand, potash, and fuel. And to get potash, you need the asheries, and you need a lot to actually produce enough stuff. So I think what I need to try... This is all uneven terrain. Ouch. So you make all these nice plans, and then it's not going to work out. Okay. Let's read. Ashery has 3 separate types of production. Ash is obtained by directly burning tree bark. No additional fuel is required. Each batch of 200 units of bark produces 25 units of ash. So we need a lot of bark. That's an issue, because that means that this should be close to a forester. Ash can then be soaked in water to produce lye. Each batch of 25 lye needs 50 units of ash and 100 units of water. Liquid lye can then be used to produce potash by boiling it. Okay. And if we take this one... Glass products are made by melting a mix of sand with potash in a kiln. For a batch of 50 units, you'll need 50 sand and 50 potash. You can use either firewood or charcoal as a fuel. Products are produced in batch of 50, which takes 30 units of charcoal or 100 units of firewood. Okay. But the question then is, where do I get the glaze for this? Is that also in the glassworks? It doesn't say that. I guess... we first have to get glaze and then turn that into glassworks or something. Messenger from Merefa. We can sell a bit of lime. We can sell some salt. Great. We can sell some iron. Only going to sell 1,000 though, because we have not got that much to spare yet. Also, not a place to sell any leather. I don't know if we can actually sell leather to one of the places, so we'll have to keep looking at that. We do have some warm clothing now in good numbers, so that's nice. But I don't think this is the best place to put our glass production. Out here we will soon have a ton of bark, because we can make it here, and this will work out well. But I think this could be a nice place for our glass production. And we do need a lot of water for it as well. But what if we can just put a few of these in a row here and have them work nicely? Also very hilly land apparently. And I don't think I want this industry too close to the water. You know what, let's just try it like this. See if we can make 3 in a row. 1, 2. And then we should probably see if we're going to all let them make one product and then transport it to the next, or that we're going to set them all up to make the one product. Then we're going to start off with 1 glassworks, so that's going to be there. Then let's see how that works. Then they will need a lot of water, so getting 1 or 2 platforms out here is absolutely no luxury. Probably should make those first before we get into these. This one can go up to the end. Okay, I'm interested to see how that goes. I think that will call for another bridge here at some point. Maybe some more houses here or here to supply all of that. That's always the big question. Oh, look at that. All the issues are gone. And right now, we only have 3 orders for the carpenter. So see, sometimes just give it a bit of time. When you try to tweak something, it'll work itself out. But it just needs a bit of time. And in this case, it kind of looked like in the beginning that we weren't really getting these issues sorted because the amount of orders stayed the same. But we caught the problem so late that while we were fixing carts, other ones were already breaking down because of the heavy use. So in the end, we did quite good with it. Do we still have wheat? No. 1,000, okay. So it just needed to catch up a bit, and now they can manage it with the 3, and we don't have to waste people into an extra building. Now, how are we doing in terms of metal parts? 144. And nails 396. So that's also solved and already and going. So no more issues there. And this is working out then. One doing the metal parts, one doing the nails. They have a storage here that helps. So this is also fixed now. I like it. We did have a storage for the iron here. Yeah, there. Okay. Should we need another smelter so that we can just do a lot more iron stuff? Kind of wonder if they'll... Yeah, place occupied, but we can just build it right here. Build another smelter. They can use all the products that we have out here, so we just double the output of iron. I think that might also be a good one, so let's go with that. There'll be some industries though, but we did grow our population. Need a functioning tavern to grow. Ah. That's interesting. So we're no longer producing enough beer then. Alright, let's pause a second. Can we buy some booze here? No. Okay. Well, I think when the hops all come out, that will be a big solving thing, because we do have a ton of barley. But yeah, we might need to expand this even further, or go for Orilka production. We can only make beer in here. I thought we also had another. See, the distillery produces Horilka from wheat. We just need more wheat then. Horilka is produced in mashing wheat for 2 months and then distilling the resulting substance. Horilka is produced in batches. Choose the amount to produce in one batch and the number of batches. To start the batch, your workers will gather the required wheat and water in equal proportions. For the distilling stage, they will gather the type of fuel you specify. Since distilling purifies water, the production can also use water from a platform, so that's good. And it needs wheat for it. Now, we're not growing any wheat here. And we don't have a lot of wheat in excess. We might have some that we can use for this. Or we just build an extra farm out here for the wheat and get it done. So that can be an option. Also, we have a ton of money, so we can just start by importing some extra booze soon and make sure that we get it. Probably want to send out a messenger to Barvin Cove because I know they have booze. And I want it in before the winter. So let's go buy it out there. Because right now, nobody can join us, even though we have 6 houses available. Or 4 now, because people are getting married. Once this one is ready, we'll probably have 5 available. And we're not getting new people in. And we could use a few extra hands again. Timoshenko has broken this area. Oh, the reforestation area is ready. Nice. Alright, plant the trees, please. There they go. These ones are almost ready to cut. Half of them are ready to cut. So that's good news. You can actually get forest trees from that. Just going to keep them growing for a while. And then when we really need a stable supply in here, Maybe we should just take the wood out for now. No, we can leave it on because they're going to need it for all these constructions. Look at this, each 20,000 wood. So yeah, they're going to use that. Another village house ready. Let's wait until a messenger arrives. Should not be too long from now. We've built quite a big town. I like it. And now with a lot of the trees matured, it looks so different than when you have no trees in it. And it's, I really like it that you get all these trees, and trees even kind of block the view for the fencing here. But yeah, people can still sit here and have a great time and relax, so that's cool. I like it. Really makes a difference, decoration. Are these already kind of... No, see, they're still waiting for bulls to be picked up for slaughter. These are just busy, 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 busy. Do we have some meat left now then? I don't think so. Now meat also does spoil relatively quickly. But yeah, it seems to be sold. Beef. We have 100 beef, that's it, and then it gets taken out. We check the beef or the mutton. We can see that whatever is produced is sold immediately. So there's nothing being spoiled there. See, 4,000 we produced. Most of it's already sold. Nothing perished, so that's good. That's actually working out really well. Alright, our messenger arrived. Let's go. Let's buy Horilka. Let's do 5,000. Yes, it's expensive, but we have the money. Oh, we can also get some glaze. Not going to do that, but we could. Cheese, potage, and that kind of stuff. Go. Messenger from Paniatine. Oh, they have mead. Yes. Alright, let's also buy 5,000 mead. That should be good. Let's sell some lime. That's it. Nothing else to sell, actually. Nope. Okay, this is good. Oh, wow, look at this. They're already harvesting all of this. Nice. This is still growing, though. So these were actually sown in quicker than these. These are now starting to harvest. I think this will soon start to harvest as well, but might just take a minute. Now, one thing I would love for the game to have is little statistics, so that you maybe can see last year's production and this year's production. Something like that, so that you can get a little bit of a comparison and you know how much it actually produces. So, right now I have no clue what this produced last year and how much it will produce now. And we can kind of see it now. It will produce quite a lot of hops, so we can make quite a lot of beer. But I would like to see the actual production numbers so that I know what to get. Like, this is already producing over 1,000. It's going to produce more. And if you have those exact numbers, that can help you to plan out, like, how much more do I need. But since we don't have those numbers... Right, this one is already fermenting. This one is already mashing, so that's going relatively quickly. 1,500. So... I don't know, could go up to like 1,700 something? Which would be awesome. Yeah, maybe even more. And if those are going to be the numbers that we get out of there... It'll be interesting. $1,600, okay. But there's still more to be harvested, so... Maybe even up to 1,800. Well, we have 4, so we can just decide later on if we see all the numbers. How much is left, or how much we can just see how much we produce and divide that by 4 to get an average. It's nice. It's good numbers. Ooh, these got married. Cool. Ripening. Ooh, yeah, we're almost getting into the harvesting season. Okay, so the harvest starting soon. I think a lot of hands for that. Nothing ordered, so these are all ready to fix any cart that they can. These are doing a good job as well. Look at this. Lots of trees removed, creating more space. That's one of the things that we actually need to do soon. Just create space everywhere. And we're getting started on these industries now. Good. Let's build these industries. I'd love to see and set this up. Resources being brought in. 8 nails for the platform. Well, they can now build it. So, yep, there's a whole list of people coming in. And did I actually set up people? Yeah, I think I did for harvesting. So, a ton of stuff should be brought in here. Now, it's easy. They can pick up wood here, see? And then they deliver it. That's why I left the wood on here. At some point, we might get it out. But right now, they need so much wood in here. Why not just keep them going with it? 6,000 delivered now. Lots of stuff coming in. There's only a little bit of wood and clay that still needs to be picked up. And at the same time, yep, there comes somebody. We only need like 2 or 3 hands and they can quickly build this. I mean, it's just a few steps. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps and it's done. And now all the others can go to this production site, start to build this. And they will also start to deliver goods out here. So, quickly build those 2. Look at this, they're really starting to plant here. It's taking them a long time, of course, because they will also go out to chop trees. They won't just do planting, they will also go out to chop trees. 2/3 of the trees in here are ready now to be chopped. So we do have a nice big forest with 306 fields ready soon. Here they are coming with the horse wagon to pick up a ton of wood. These can really do some good stuff. Look at that, 1,800 wood, 2,400 wood. 2,800 wood. Now that's fast delivery. It's going to deliver it to the second one. That's fine. That is helpful. That's why I like these horse wagons. They can just drop off so many goods at one go. That's just crazy. And really good. So I like it. Yeah, these are busy. Oh, little bit of food issues. But that should now all be in the past when this starts to really kick in. Yep, we're getting the first buckwheat in. This should produce so much buckwheat. And then also hemp for clothing. Get more wheat in here. I kind of like how we managed to get a lot of the farms on the outskirts of town. I mean, we do have this area in kind of close to the inside of town, but because we made it such a large area, it still feels like it's on the edge. Of course, when we are really building up all of the map, this will be closed in with also some housing and stuff probably. But so far, especially on this side, we managed to get the farms pretty much on the outskirts. Maybe at some point we can build like a little village here with a lot of houses and then more farms and orchards and stuff around. So that'll be like our little farming village or something. But we'll have to see how that goes. For now, it's all running well and smooth. Ooh, they still need to bring in some more bricks. 400, that's it. They need quite a few bricks for this. These are all picked up though. These are also picked up, but they just need to get delivered first. I wonder what they'll do soon then. Will they just continue with this one or start working on this one? Right now it looks like these are delivering the last bricks. Yep, so we can see everything is delivered now, so they can now finish this and they will actually do that. Let's take a look at the ashery. Big furnaces, I think they need to boil and cook stuff in the ashery. Burn stuff to make it into ash. And then I think they also need some place where they need to use the water, because it was telling us that they needed water to turn it into lye. So I guess they have to put that in somewhere. Now we don't have a functioning... Yeah, we do have a functioning tavern. Yay, let's get new families in. Still have 4 houses available, but it fluctuates a bit. So they pick up a bit of meat and then they need to fix that. So one of the things we could probably do... See, there's a ton of stuff in here. Let's do resources by cart. Set it up to, I don't know, 2,500. And have it transported into the granary next to the tavern, which is right here. And then we do the same with the other resource. So we did it now with the mead. Let's do it with the horilka. 2,500. And deliver that straight into that granary. That will help the tavern to function better. So it's going to take a bit of time. And we also have some beer now, by the way. So that should slowly get the tavern really working. And I think another thing that we can do, we have a few more market stalls where we actually sell beer and meat. And we don't need that anymore. We just need 1 or 2 places where we sell that. And I think we have a few too many. And they're just buying it there. And that's just not where I want that happening. So let me... You see, here's some Horioka being sold. I don't know why, because we don't need that. Let's sell some dried fruits here. Now, this is not the nicest view. I get that. See, you're selling beer here. Turn that into, I don't know, beef. Oh, we already have beef there. Let's do dried fruit then. Here they're selling beer too. See, so that's an issue. And we can fix that by taking that off the list now. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done now. Yep. Alright, so we're no longer selling it, but I think that's exactly what we need to get it in here. See, 160, 160, 160. So they're getting a lot of booze in. But since a lot of villagers haven't drank any recently, they'll probably try and get a lot of it. And that will take us a while to get everybody happy with it again before it starts to stabilize. Basically a little bit the same with the carts. Before it all gets well and stabilized, it just takes some time. Alright, so this should probably be the one for the potash. So we do it in step. Ash, lye, potash, I guess. Could be a way to do it. Then we will probably need a storage here for all of those goods. And maybe even 2. 1 for all the ash, lye, and potash, and 1 for the glass. So we'll just build 2 to be sure that we get enough. And I guess, of course, let's not forget a cart parking where they have carts to use. I have to take good care of this industry zone. Okay, well, this is working out though. There's just no use putting people in because we are not making any ash yet. Until we do, we don't need people in here. So let's just keep this going for now. And while they try to build it, we have reached the end of this episode. Next time we're going to fully set up the glass industry, see how that works, and of course keep tweaking the town. But for now I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to them. And of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.